Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I just want to say this holiday keeps getting better, especially if you're a stacker. And if you like fun videos on gold and silver, please like, share, subscribe. I do upload videos basically every single morning. So, come hang out with everyone, they're all basically all premieres. Hit that like button if you do like fun videos on gold and silver, helps get these out in the algorithms. Gets me out to a broader audience. And stay tuned for the 500 subscriber giveaway that I'm going to have coming up here. There is definitely going to be a few more pieces going in that box, getting ready for that. Hopefully get a couple more ounces for that. And yeah, they're planning on more fun pieces than just going for weight for it, but yeah, so the good news is we have another big rise in gold and silver. I'm seeing COMEX gold up over $16 an ounce. Just to start off, that always sparks my interest when I see a gold, silver rising like that, or if they're dropping like that. I'm happy either ways, but I kind of enjoy the volatility just with all my assets. But silver, that's up quite a bit more. I'm looking at COMEX silver, $26.81 right now. So yeah, it's quite a bit of a rise, especially for silver. And I'm looking at almost 3.5% gain in silver right there. And it's been going up lately too. We've just seen a rise before this. But now I'm kind of looking into what's causing this. I'm seeing stimulus just passed. Trump has signed that into, basically has signed off on it, the $900 billion stimulus bill. I really don't like calling it stimulus though myself, as all of you know. It's funding, it's relief. If you're shutting things down, it's not really stimulating it. But we've also had premiums drop too lately. Now, if there's a big inflow of demand on physical bullion, will we start to see premiums rise? Probably. But if we have a slow and steady rise, I don't think we're going to have a big spike up in premiums. I see production on bullion already ramped up. Supply is starting to meet demand there, so that's also pretty great. But I like to buy when it's close to spot price. I don't like to, even if it's the same price, it's easier for me to tell what's going to happen with the price of silver as opposed to the price of bullion, like with premiums and all that factored in. I do have a pretty good stack for now. Back in March and last summer I backed up the truck pretty good and spent like Iverson when it's around $22, $23 an ounce when it first dropped down there. So I don't plan on buying a whole lot coming up here. I just plan on replenishing some cash, stacking as normal as it was before all the craziness even started, before basically March when I backed up the truck. And then premiums went crazy, started kind of going more to collecting and all that, and things have just been kind of weird this year. But I'm planning on going basically back like a year ago and just doing now since it's kind of the same conditions, I'm just gonna go steadily stack, keep building the cash supply, keep building the silver supply, keep building the gold supply. Basically just reduce the budget for metals. It's already gone up, I've already been stacking hard. I'm still gonna be buying, I'm still gonna be stacking. Don't think I'm gonna stop. No matter what, I'm always gonna be stacking on at least $10 a week. But I plan on spending more than that right now. I'm starting to figure out what I want to do for 2021. I'll let you guys know in a later video, as it's not fully settled, but I'm pretty well there. I actually still have, I'm real close. I went overboard on the silver for what my goals were yet. But I still need 1/10 of gold that I won't need to get before the end of the year to hit my gold stacking goals for 2020. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that 1/10 of an ounce before the end of the year, but I don't want to say exactly how much I've stacked throughout this year because it's been quite a bit, but I have stacked. I set very ambitious goals for myself this year in terms of stacking. I rearranged my goals in January when I first started hearing about all this craziness that was unfolding around the world. And no, I did not think that we were going to be immune when I'm seeing every single stock market collapsing around the world simultaneously. I pulled out of VARs. I sold. That's what I did earlier this year. I buy everything for the long term, but when I see something so clear as every single stock market collapsing as soon as all this craziness starts hitting there, yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna hold off. And I'm very glad I did so, because it allowed me to get out of the markets before the collapse, back up the truck in March, get quite a few ounces of silver, over 2 ounces of gold back then, and I've re-bought into all my old, like a lot of my old positions, not all of them because I don't see some being worth it to buy into, but I've reclaimed a lot of the old assets that I did liquidate back then, as I was planning on holding for the long term, and I did get a bit of a deal. I was lucky enough to sell up here, buy down there, so I made that much just by selling and buying back in. I'm pretty happy about that. But I got lucky there with that, because you never know if things are, whatever could happen. And because I spent a lot of the money on gold and silver, a lot of the currency, exchange it for money, there's a bit of, will I be able to reclaim all the assets that I did liquidate, and it did work out pretty good for myself this year. And I feel very blessed to be able to say that, because I don't feel like that's a common thing said. Financially, I feel like I've had a great year. Even though I've gotten laid off, even though I've had hard times, I feel like I've had a phenomenal year financially for myself. But a lot of that isn't, oh, I'm a savvy investor or anything. It's just sweat equity. Just working hard and getting creative, figuring out ways to move forward when I lost my job and everything. I've made a lot of bad moves investing. I won't say a lot, but I made some. But I learn, I'll move forward. And for me, one thing that the metals really has shown me when it comes to financial planning, anything like that, is common sense really is what the main thing that counts. If you're patient, you have common sense, everything works out perfectly. But it's the patience I find. Common sense, I feel like everyone's kind of got it investing, but then everyone gets impatient, they don't want to keep waiting. But I'm not saying I just keep waiting, won't buy and kind of do at least steadily buy at times, but as you guys know, I don't buy with the same budget all the time. I change my budget. I feel like with the price rising like this, I'm going to set a bit lower goals for next year, because I really went quite ambitious this past year, but I'm just reevaluating the life situation. I have a feeling like if this could be this price rise and the reaction though is because of the relief stimulus funding getting signed, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see something else very similar coming in the future before this is all said and done. And I don't think there's a whole lot of speculation that's to be said there. If you just take people at their word and say, well, this is clearly what they've been, like Joe Biden, he says this is a band-aid, he says he wants to do more. If you just, okay, he says he's gonna do more, we're probably gonna get more. That's a big thing that he was running on. He was mentioning getting relief to the people. Just my thoughts and my opinions though. I see a lot more currency being created. We've already had a whackload of currency. Just look at the M1 money supply. I highly encourage everyone to follow that. Do your own research. It's skyrocketed in 2020. I feel like 2021 we're gonna see another increase. And I don't know what's gonna come in the future. I'm kind of speculating here, sharing my thoughts and opinions on what I see happening. But I would just want to add a bit more gold to the stack with the price rising, with a lot of the potential for a lot more money printing. I tend to speculate with silver a bit less when the price rises and move to gold, as I quite often mention, and it's risen once again. And if it keeps rising like this, I may even bring my stacking ratio down a bit. Stack fewer ounces of silver to an ounce of gold. Right now I'm doing 100 to 1, so 100 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. But with the price rising like this, I feel like a little less speculation, a little more just storing the wealth. And yeah, just build up some cash to see what comes next. Hopefully we get a dip. I wouldn't mind buying some more. I'm going to be prepared if we buy more, but I'm already prepared if it goes way up. I'm not going to waste wealth and just let it sit in dollars and not keep buying. That's just not my plan, but I'm feeling pretty good about what's happening in the metals markets. I don't think that we're gonna have total devastation like what a lot of people are stacking for. I think we're gonna have some rough times ahead, but I don't think it's gonna be nearly as bad as a lot of people are predicting. I think there's a lot of fear mongering going on, and it's not gonna be as bad as people say. I'm stacking because I see hard times for our monetary system ahead, but I'm not buying copper to barter with and things like that. Now there's a few collector copper pieces I wouldn't mind getting for a collection piece, but like I have Upper Bank of Canada pennies, half pennies, but I'm not gonna barter with that. That's not really what I'm getting into the copper for, anything like that, investing into a lot of this for. I know it'll be fine if I do need to, but I'm just not really, that's not really part of the, it's not part of the plan here. At least not to me. I really do have a positive view on what's to come. I feel very bullish for gold and silver, even though it's gone up. I think we're in some good times for the metals right now. I think the party's starting. It already kind of has this year. But who knows how long it'll last? Who knows how loud the music will get? Who knows when the cops will show up? You never know. Obviously those are metaphors, but some things to think about. And for me, I'm not too worried about any of that. I'm not too worried about riding it up, riding it down, because in 40 years it'll be way up from where it is today. And I feel extremely confident in that. I guess I'll let you guys go for now though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, please tell me what your thoughts are on what you guys are buying, what your strategy kind of is, how you're stacking for 2020 went. What do you guys think of the price rise? I guess I covered quite a bit in this video, but sometimes I ramble, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for the 500 subscriber giveaway. A lot of fun pieces in the box there. I know you guys will enjoy it. And that basically sums it all up. So, stay positive. See you next time. Thanks.